Hey everybody, happy Palm Sunday. Hope everybody's doing well. Please excuse my voice and my pause. I'm not feeling the greatest today, but I'm about to go get under the bed as soon as I'm done with this video. I know it's been a couple weeks, so I wanted to make sure I jumped on here. I really just want to wrap up. I really want to wrap up this story, and I hope that I can do it in this one video so that we can move to the next phase that I want to do, which is interviewing family members and friends on, their, I guess, their point of view from, watching a loved one go through cancer and some things that can possibly help other family members and friends of cancer patients. So I think we were jumping right into round three. So the third time I was diagnosed, uh, I still had the 3 month. I was still on the 3 month regimen where I was getting the CT scan and the CA-125 test. And so it was, the same thing with this, ridiculous, what do you call it, cyst that kept on popping up. And so the third time I'm still down at Carmine's, Detroit. And so I I was given chemo, but this time, thank God, I did not have to um, lose my hair. I feel like I've said this again. If I have, I apologize. Again, I don't go back and listen to the video, so you might be hearing parts of the story more than once. Charge it to my head, not my heart. So the good thing about the third round is, number one, the chemo um, that didn't take my hair out, but also by this time, well, this isn't a good part, but by the third time it came back, I had developed an allergy to one of the meds, and I can't remember right now. It's in all the charts, but I can't. It's in all of my charts at the hospital, but I can't remember what it is now. Um, they allowed me to be admitted into the hospital to take the chemo slower. So I think over 18-hour period, they ran my drug. So it just went really, really slow. That way, I don't have an allergic reaction. So that being said, if you guys ever find yourself in that situation where they're saying, okay, you're developing an allergic reaction to one of the meds, but you feel like it's working, you don't have to stop. All you have to do is, again, advocate for yourself and ask them to admit you into the hospital and give it to you slower. Over whatever period of time they decide. And so that stopped the allergic reaction. Still, had nausea, all the other side effects except for my hair being removed. And now, of course, mentally and emotionally, I'm like, okay, God, I'm not asking why. At this point, I'm asking when. Like, when is this going to be done? Because I believe the first time it wasn't going to come back, and it did. The second time, I believe that I wouldn't have to have a hysterectomy and that it wouldn't be cancer, but that they'll just remove the the cyst or whatever. And it came back, and now after that, I believed it wouldn't come back a third time, and now it's here. So I'm just the third and fourth time was harder on me mentally and emotionally than it was any other way. The first two times I went through it really, really I went through a lot of physical issues, with the port, being affected and the chemo going into my lungs. I dealt with more physical issues. Third and fourth time, I was like, I'm good. Like, I'm good. I'm good on everything. I'm good on life. I just remember that at this point I was in um, the condo that I got through my aunt, which was a huge blessing. But I remember just having so many sleepless nights and hopeless days, and I just didn't want to. And mind you, this is 2021, so we're still going through COVID and all that stuff. And a couple times I got COVID, and it just was rough. But I got through the third time. There wasn't really nothing really significant. During the third time, I just kept going. I kept praising God through it. I still did my drives when I needed to just get out of these four walls. And yeah, so moving on to the fourth time. Same symptoms, elevated CA-125, tired, what else? And pain, pain in my, my lower right side. So this time they decided to do radiation, which I had never done before. By this time it was 2022, I think, around September 2022, I was diagnosed. October is when I started radiation. And like I said, it was easy on my body physically, considering. But the radiation was like less than 5 minutes. And it was every other day. So I did like a Tuesday, Thursday, next Tuesday, next Thursday, then the following Tuesday, and I was done. So super quick. Didn't feel anything while doing radiation. Just in case anybody's wondering, you don't feel anything. Now you do have the side effects. Like I remember, some days literally just crawling up the stairs. It actually made me more tired and weak than chemo did. And I think maybe because they did them so close together, back to back. But that radiation wiped me out, took out every ounce of my strength. But it was so short, I couldn't complain about nothing. So did that 2.5 weeks right before Thanksgiving 2022. I was finished with treatment and wrapping up the story, because I have not had a recurrence since November 2022. And that's my story. To God be the glory. Third patch of hair. They did a story on me, Carmanos, downtown Detroit. You look in their archives for Felicia D. Robinson. You'll see me tell, my full story, and the doctors and stuff that work with me I mentioned there. So thank you guys for following me up until this point. I apologize for having you wait so long for the last video, but this is, I wouldn't say it's the end of my story. It's the end of that chapter in my life. And now I am, some exciting things on the horizon for me. So, don't unfollow me. Stay tuned. Again, I'll be doing some interviews in May of family and friends to tell their side, to maybe encourage some other people. And then we'll get into, my daily life. Let's just keep it going. And to God be the glory.